Actually, my first contact was with the Jesuits, and in fact, my high school was in a Jesuit high school in Kerala, Halapi. And my immediate elder brother, Julian, he went to the Salesians thanks to our parish priest who referred him from Munnar to Cochin, Ernakulam, So he went there after his 7th class. That was the way they used to take children after 7th class. And 1 year there and then move to Tirupattur and so forth. So what made this change my thinking from Jesuits to Salesians was my brother. The way he was, and once a year they used to, he used to come home, like they would have only annually a holiday. So it so captured me. I said, let me tell him this, and then he took me to his rector. And the rector said, you finish your high school, you get your results. If you pass, you can come to Tirupattur. So there it began. There used to be what is called a post-matric, where we had to learn Latin. Latin and English were the 2 subjects the whole year, but Latin was compulsory. And after that, of course, I was from Kerala to Tamil Nadu. The system was still 11+1 there. So I did the 11th matric, Madras matric, along with the others, and then to pre-university. In 67, 68 was the pre-university year. And 68 May, all of us who were to continue with the Salesians went to Yercaud for our novitiate. In my 1-year novitiate, and in 69, 24th of May was our first profession made. So become proper, let us say, full-fledged Salesian. From then, after novitiate, we make the profession. Then we enter into what is proper for anyone who wants to become a priest. So the philosophy, and then regency. Of course, we also did a regular degree course. I did my BA in our college in Tirupattur with all my batchmates. Then later to theology, the theologate in Bangalore, Koshy College. So at the end of the 4 years, ordained priest. And then ever since my ordination, I've been in Andhra Pradesh. So that is nearly 40 years. I mean, taking away the 6 years in Delhi, it would mean 34 years there in Andhra Pradesh. Don Bosco was very captivating kind of a sort of image that I saw in him, in the kind of love for the young people that he had. Also the preventive system, very much, not by using sticks and yelling at young people, that he believed in the development of a person, not through violence, but through his method, what he called a preventive system of reason, religion, and loving kindness. That was something very, very special. Probably no one else in the world had brought up a system like that. Imagine he coming up with a system like that in the 19th century. The rest of the clergy of those years, where clergy was kind of on a platform always, the aristocratic way they lived, and they were expected to be respected by the society and so forth. While this man decided to quit all that and be on the street, meet the youngsters and kids on the street. And in fact, his fellow priests in the diocese thought he is mad, really mad. And one of them tried to take him to a home or a institution for the mad people. He came up, he was smart, so he came up to the gates of this big home for the mad people. He jumped out and told the man at the gates to take this man inside. So, so he was so smart to be able to do that, and then of course he came back and continued his work. We have hundreds and thousands of kids who are homeless, who are roaming on the streets, rag picking, or whatever they found they could do to earn a living. One is struggle for sort of survival, and then also there is also the society. In those years there is some change now, but looked upon them as petty thieves, lazy fellows, or guys who don't want to live with in their families. These are the negative kind of comments, as well as the way they treated them. So they went through huge amount of insults, humiliations, and struggles from that itself. Besides, of course, the material want they face. So when I had the opportunity to take it up, I said, yes, this is exactly what I wanted to do. One of the kids in the shelter, when tested, there was a scan done and found a tumor abscess, brain abscess was found, and then he had to go for a brain surgery, which I couldn't afford, even the scanning also. A gentleman in the town, in the city of Vijayawada, he came forward, sponsoring that. It was 1,500 rupees or something, but it was too big for me to afford. And then the surgery. And there were people there at the right time to help through. So he had his surgery done in St. Teresa's in Hyderabad, and he happily recovered, and he is a happy family man down in Tamil Nadu, in Madurai. So that was very, very tough. Somewhere when there was a children's mela in Hyderabad, the media people interviewing kids, and one kid, whoever it was, seemed to have said, in the shelter they feed us well and drug us, and then take our blood. Okay. And so, and you hear it is so amusing, a sort of a comment for the media fellows to pick up and come out with a story. Yeah, anyone else would think twice, is that real? Could it be real? And so forth. And that came in the newspaper, one of those English newspapers, and then there was a whole lot of sort of from the government inquiry, police and department, all sort of thing. So they found there was nothing of that sort. But you go through all that. It was not an easy thing. Means that I had were very, very frugal. So I had to struggle to find support to carry on with the work and giving food to the children who came to the shelter from the streets, and find sort of means to send them to school. All this kind of a challenge it was, but I would like to say that supports and help came at the time when it was most needed. And this was a real big experience for me. Divine Providence was there. At the very critical juncture, you will find somebody giving a helping hand. This was something, I would say, a gift from the Lord, and from the saint, and of course from the congregation that I received. One of the biggest gifts is to be able to be in this work with the children at risk.
Ta-na-na, ta-na, ta-na-na. Ta-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na. Ta